Is your Chihuahua a purebred? Is your Chihuahua registered as a purebred? Does your Chihuahua have papers? If they don't have papers, can you still register them and get papers? What does having papers mean? What's the difference between the AKC, the CKC, and the UKC? Do you know? Do you know what the difference is? Are you a full-blooded Chihuahua? Do you have papers to prove it? That's a lot of questions, but that's what this video is all about. In this video, I'm going to answer all of those questions for you. So are you ready? Hi everyone, I'm Linda. This is Sir Winston, or my little Winnie. I am owner and editor of ChiChisandme.com and of this channel. I have owned and raised Chihuahuas for over 25 years, but besides that, I am so passionate about Chihuahuas that I have done years of research and study about the Chihuahua breed. And what I've learned, I want to share with you, so you and your Chihuahua can live the best life ever together. If you want to know more about me, about how ChiChis and me got started, more about my 3 amigos, I've put a link in the description below and you can go check that out anytime. If you're new here, welcome. If not, then welcome back and thank you so much for watching. If you love Chihuahuas, if you want to know more about their health, nutrition, training, behavior, then you are in the right place, because that is what we talk about right here on this channel. So please consider subscribing. But let's get started on today's video. If your Chihuahua is purebred, then many ask, does he have papers? Why do people want to know? People ask if they have papers because they want to know if they are registered as a purebred Chihuahua. They want to know that if that Chihuahua, when that Chihuahua grows up, that it's going to look like a Chihuahua. It's going to be the size of a Chihuahua. It's going to have the temperament of a Chihuahua. If your Chihuahua is registered and does have papers, those papers will be from the American Kennel Club, the AKC, or the CKC, the Canadian Kennel Club, or the UKC, the United Kennel Club. These papers will have a pedigree. In other words, on these papers it will name your Chihuahua's mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, and on down the line for many generations. The AKC, the CKC, and the UKC are the oldest and most reputable dog registries in existence. The AKC, the CKC, and the UKC all oversee events such as dog shows or agility events or performance events and so on. In order to enter your dog or Chihuahua into a dog show or an agility event or a performance event, in order to enter any of those, your dog has to have registration papers either from the AKC, the CKC, or the UKC. So before we talk about how all these KCs are different and how you can get your Chihuahua registered if they're not purebred or if they don't already have papers, I want to quickly tell you that I am soon uploading a video. It'll be answers to viewers' questions. So if you have a question, now is the time to tell me. Just put your question in the comments below. I will see and do my very best to answer each and every comment. No matter how old the video is that you comment on, I will still see them. So whatever video you're watching at the time, put your comment or put your question in the comment below the video. Then don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you will be notified when I upload that video and you won't miss it if I may answer your question in that video. So let's talk about all these different registries. First, we'll start with the most well-known, I think, and that is the American Kennel Club, or the AKC. The AKC was founded in 1884. Their headquarters are in New York City, and as I said, they're the largest and the most recognizable, the most known registry in the United States. Here is a short clip of a Chihuahua being shown at the Westminster Dog Show, which is a part of the AKC.
Recognize. This is long-coated Chihuahua, number 9. And then more recently in the Legally Blonde films as well.
Currently, the AKC recognizes 193 different breeds, including Chihuahuas. The AKC is responsible for a lot of education, and they even have an event called Meet the Breeds, where anyone can go and meet all these different breeds. They can talk to the breeders, learn more about their temperament, about the dog breed, and whether or not that dog breed would fit into their family and their lifestyle. To make it all easier, because there's so many different breeds, the AKC divides them into groups. Chihuahuas fit in the toy group. Most of the groups have they are dogs that have different skills and abilities. For instance, there's the herding group. There is the working group. Chihuahuas and the toy group, they just simply are companion dogs. And of course, they're put in the toy group because they're all of a smaller size. You can learn a whole lot more about the AKC on their website, and you can even look up when some of these events are occurring and whether or not they might be in your area where you could go see them. All of this is on their website, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. Next up, the Canadian Kennel Club, or the CKC. The CKC was founded in 1888, and their headquarters are in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. They currently recognize 175 different breeds. The following clip is a CRUFTS event judging Chihuahuas. The CRUFTS shows and events are all sponsored and organized by the CKC.
And the Chihuahua, the long coat variety.
And here's the little smooth coat Chihuahua.
The CKC divides their breeds into the same 7 breeds that the AKC divides theirs into. The biggest difference between the AKC and the CKC is the AKC is a club of clubs. The CKC, on the other hand, is a club of members. So if you want to enter your Chihuahua in a dog show or an event, they have to be registered with that club that is associated with or organized by the AKC. The CKC, on the other hand, is a club of members, which means any individual, as long as you have the purebred registration papers from the CKC, then any individual can enter any of the events. I just have to show you this very short clip of a Chihuahua at a CKC. It's a CRUFTS performance event. I hope you enjoy it, and I will put the link to the entire video in the description below. Finally, there's the UKC, the United Kennel Club. They were founded in 1898. Their headquarters are in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The UKC is considered an international dog registry. Going to a UKC event can be very exciting because you will see breeds at any UKC event that you have never seen before because they come from all around the world. The UKC currently, last I checked, recognizes over 300 different dog breeds. They are divided into 8 different groups. In both the AKC and the UKC, again, if you've ever watched the dog show on Thanksgiving Day, you will notice that those dogs are generally shown by handlers, what they call handlers. These handlers and their dogs travel every weekend to all the different events, and they do that for a living. You seldom see owners as handlers in showing their dogs, because showing a dog at the AKC or the CKC can be a very expensive endeavor. So most owners of show dogs, they hire handlers to do the showing and to travel the country and to enter all the events in their behalf because they work for a living. Their shows and events are intended to be family oriented, so handlers are prohibited in a UKC event. And for that reason, most people find UKC events to be a lot less stressful. But there is another one that has become a fairly well-known registry, and it is also a CKC, but it is called the Continental Kennel Club is lesser known, and they're not considered by most reputable breeders as a reputable registry. And that's because although you can register a full-bred Chihuahua or a full-bred breed in the Continental Kennel Club, you can also register any dog. And you can register a puppy, the mom and the dad and the puppies. You can register an adult dog, and they do not have to prove to be purebred dogs. And the reason they're not considered a reputable registry is because puppy mills and backyard breeders, that's where they have their Chihuahuas or their breeds, all of their puppies, that's where they have them registered, so they can tell potential buyers that yes, their dog has papers. And most people don't really realize this, so most people don't realize that these papers actually really mean nothing. Here is a registration form from their website. As you can see, it does not ask for any information about the puppy's mother, father, or ancestry. You can register a dog or a puppy with the Continental Kennel Club with no known history or lineage. So, if your dog has papers from the Continental Kennel Club, they may or they may not actually be a purebred Chihuahua. And of course, the CKC, the Continental Kennel Club, says they do not condone puppy mills, but they also register puppies from anywhere and anyone, so they really have no idea whether they're registering puppies from a puppy mill or not. And that is the reason puppy mills and backyard breeders, they all use the CKC, the Continental Kennel Club. Kind of deceptive, don't you think, that they have the name of Continental Kennel Club or the CKC, just like the legitimate registry of the Canadian Kennel Club. However, unless you're planning to enter your Chihuahua in a dog show or an agility event or a performance event of any kind, unless you're planning to do that, who cares if your Chihuahua has papers or not? Papers, smapers, who cares? All I'm saying is that most people put way too much emphasis on whether or not their Chihuahua has papers. Of course, if it's extremely important to you, even if you are not entering your Chihuahua into any event, if it is extremely important to you that you know that your Chihuahua is a purebred Chihuahua and that they have an ancestry, a known ancestry down through several generations, if that is something that is important to you, then be sure that you get your dog from a reputable dog breeder and they either have a AKC papers or the Canadian Kennel Club papers or the United Kennel Club papers, because those are the only three registries that require that you prove, or that when you register a puppy, that they must have proof of all of their lineage clear back to many generations. Otherwise, papers mean absolutely nothing. So that's it for this video. I hope we cleared up some misconceptions about papers and about all the different KCs, all the different registries. I hope that cleared some things up for you, and I hope you better understand that. If you did, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, because liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, all of these things just help me to continue bringing you this valuable Chihuahua information, and it helps other people to find this channel. Until we meet again right back here on this channel, my three amigos and I send you lots and lots of happy tail wags and sloppy Chihuahua kisses. Bye.